Hello, welcome. This is going to be a quick little tutorial on my cinnamon rolls here. So if you are interested, we are working in the book 50 Dessert Themed Miniatures by Kameliya Angelkova. This is her newest one out. Mine just came through the door yesterday and I'm already tackling it. I know my little guy right here doesn't match and he is unfinished, but I originally colored him as a raccoon. I was going to make him gray and kind of purplish to match my Valentine's themed cinnamon rolls, and then I realized when I went to do his face, he is not a raccoon. So I changed him to a red panda. Now whether he is a red panda or not, I don't know, but he still sort of matches my treats, so we're going to roll with it. I am going to do this tutorial in Prismacolor pencils, but if you would like to use any other brand of pencils, the technique I am using is the same. So you will need 3 to 4 colors and a white, and whatever colors you choose, and we will get started. So I'm going to turn this just a little sideways here when I threw my pencil. So if you are using Prismacolors, I am using light pink, process red, pomegranate, and then white. I am going to work darkest to lightest for this specific. It works best to get the highlights in the frosting for me. That is not how you like to do it. You can watch the whole thing and then do it what works for you. So this is my darkest color. This is my pomegranate. And what I am going to do is I am going to trace this outside side of the black line. And what that does is make it look a little dimensional. So I'm not worried about leaving a fuzzy edge just yet, just getting it all in. I'm going to trace all of the black lines. Now the actual bread part of these cinnamon rolls is Derwent Chroma Flows because I was playing with those originally. I was going to do this page and those, and then I had a request for Prismacolor, so I swapped. So okay, and then when I got it on, now I can go over and kind of lighten up edges, make sure I don't have any harshness anywhere. Okay, my next color is going to be magenta, or process red. I keep wanting to say magenta. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of this. I don't want a really pink. I want a nice light. And this is basically just a transition color, so I'm not putting it down to necessarily see the color. I'm putting it down to get this pomegranate to the light pink without having a huge jump in colors. Colors blend best when you do them gradient style. Pink. So we are going to bring this one out. This is going to be our main color here. This is where we're going to start blocking in some highlights. So wherever you want your cinnamon roll to be shiny is, sorry about that, where you will leave your little white spots. And I will probably come and add a little shadow around these candies because I didn't do that when I had my dark out. That's okay. You can put your pink down first if you like working lightest to darkest, but I like my dark to be dark, so I like putting it down first so that the pink doesn't make the pomegranate lighter than it usually is. So I left a nice little highlight in the middle of all of my cupcake there. Sorry, got a runny nose today. Okay, then we're going to take this light pink and circular motions. We are going to blend that all together. Now, this one took layers, so if it doesn't look exactly like you want it to just yet, don't toss it out, don't throw it away. We're getting there. It is a process kind of thing. Blend out my imperfection there. Somehow I got a dot of color. Okay, so once you got that all blended out, you do want to blend it out, buffer it out, get rid of all your white, try to get rid of your streaks. Blend all your colors. And you can start to see a little bit of how we're going to get there. So now I can come back in. This is process red, and what I'm doing here is just a couple spots that were a little darker and didn't blend out so well. I'm just going to add a little color and help those blend. This is what I mean, don't throw it away yet, because we can adjust it and fix it and play with it. And frosting can be, especially the more realistic you're trying to go, quite a layering process. Okay, that pink again, this is my just pink, not my light pink. And I'm working where I just put that process red down and kind of pulling it downwards. Again, just kind of going over the dark spots, any harsh lines with that light pink. Okay, and then when you get it how you want it, your white is just to touch up those extra bright spots you want. So now is where I would outline with the gel pen all of the frosting lines I don't want visible, and then I took Hoo glitter markers, and I took the pink and the purple. I don't think they have names, but they come in a set. And I just dotted in my sprinkles where I thought they would look decent. The only thing with these is be careful because they do go through thinner paper. So make sure you have a blotter page down. I'm going to go ahead and make that one pink. I don't want two purple that close together, I don't think. And then, minus the white gel pen lines, because you don't want to sit and watch me draw all those on. There is our pink cinnamon roll. And you can see this one's a little darker than this one. I think just because I did them last night and I didn't do them at the same time, this one ended up having a little more of the pomegranate. This one was a little more light pink, but that's okay there. Like I said, the colors, the technique is the same no matter what colors you choose, so still happy with it. So that's all you do. And these gel pens, for the most part, work really well over the top of Prismacolor, and they are 0.8, so they are a little thicker line as well, which for most things I prefer. It's a little easier to get, or a little harder to clog it up too. Okay, so let's hop down here and do our white cinnamon roll. It is basically going to be the same steps, but we're going to swap out our colors. So I used blue slate. I got to make sure I pull the right blues because I also did that tray. Slate gray and cloud blue, and again that white. Alright, so we are going to scoot down here and do our white one. So I, again, am going to start with my darkest color, especially on white frosting. Erase whatever line I got going on there. And again, I'm going to follow that line on the outside. And I am not going for a gray cupcake, so I'm going very light. I'm just giving the illusion of a shadow. Sorry, a dog keeps showing up, barking outside, and I'm not sure how loud it comes across. Okay, so just outlining all the lines. So I'm also going to do my little drops down here. And yes, now my cat is going to meow because she wants to go out and play with the dog. And again, keeping it light. I am not going for a gray cupcake, I'm just going for a shadow. Okay, blue slate. And this is, again, a transition color, so it gets us from that dark bluish gray to our white that we're going for. If you are going for identical, I do suggest you do them all at the same time, just because otherwise you get things like that going on sometimes. If you take a break and come back. Okay, cloud blue. This is going to be like my light pink, so this is going to be the one that I take and I blend out everything and bring it out a little ways. Again, still leaving some white. We want the highlight color. And if you're missing a color, you will know. It will not blend out nice and smooth and pretty. It'll come out darkish. Okay. Then we're taking that white. And this is what gives it that smooth appearance. Okay, and then same thing, we just kind of pick and choose where we want the purple, and we white out our icing lines. My poor glitter markers. I am due for a new set. I have loved these ones to death. I do believe they were a birthday present from last year though, maybe the year before, so they did last me a long time, which is why I haven't bought anymore, because they're a little expensive. But okay, and then just because I know I'm going to get asked, the bottom of my cupcake I did, or cinnamon roll, goodness, I got cupcakes on the brain today. I did in Derwent Chroma Flows. So I used coffee bean, raisin, and brown sugar. Now I know a lot of you don't switch pencils in a project, so if you have the Prismas out, that's what you're going to use. If I was using Prisma, I would use dark brown or burnt umber, goldenrod, burnt ochre, add a color in if I needed to. So I based in my brown sugar of the Derwent. So base in your lightest color. You don't necessarily have to base, but I do find with the Derwent Chroma Flows that basing helped a little with the blending of the pencils. Raisin. So raisin's where I'm going to start building in my darker. Sorry, concentration, concentration. Trying not to get brown on my white frosting. So super light pressure, and the higher you hold up on your pencil, the lighter the pressure will be. It doesn't have to stay perfect, you know, if you want a little brown spot right in the middle, you can add one. This is just adding a little color to our... Okay, this is coffee bean. And this I am keeping very close to the edges. And again, I did a few layers with these pencils to get that look. It was not a one and done. I'm going to turn this just a little. Okay, and then you will see where some of your dark looks a little harsh. That's where we start our pattern over. So now we're working back to light. So back with the raisin. And then I'm going to go over everything with my brown sugar. Alright, I will finish in the candies on that and white out the lines, and my little cupcakes will be done. I appreciate everyone stopping by, saying hello and watching. Questions, comments, requests. If you like Kameliya's books and tutorials out of them and with pencil or marker, let me know. That helps me create content, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.